Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, where did you go? Hello, everybody. Good morning. Blue Witch presents Coffee Break with Laura González. Hi, Richard. You changed your photo. You changed your profile photo. I'm like, wait, who's that? That is Richard with a new profile photo. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee Break. Today is Friday, and as such, we have tarot, and we're gonna have some oracle cards as well. Because why not? Because why not? How you doing, Richard? He says I got bored. I know. I hear you. I get bored of the same photo, but then I'm like married to the photos that I put in there. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about anything. So, good morning, everybody. I hope you all are having a good weekend. Well, technically, Friday is the first day of the weekend. So, I hope you all are starting to have a good weekend. Today, yes, we're going to be doing the scavenger hunt today. We didn't do it Wednesday because Instagram was being weird and my images were not going, my live was not going. So anyway, today we have Celebration of Love by Eva Shakmar Sullivan. We're going to do tarot with the Darkwood Tarot by Sasha Graham with the illustrations done by another artist whose name I can't remember. We're going to do the Unbridled Spirit Tarot because we really like that one. And we're going to do the Gospel of Aradia because we love ourselves some Stacy DeMarco here in this here channel. So I hope you all are having a good weekend. I am gonna go hide under a rock until May 5th happens because for reasons that you all might guess and understand, every year when Cinco de Mayo comes around, is more of a joke for the people in the United States, you know, Cinco de Drinko and let's get drunk and let's do some margaritas. Cinco de Mayo has nothing to do with the United States. It has very little to do with a celebration on drinking, and it is a celebration on the state of Puebla where the Mexican army defeated the French army. And I think that's why people in the United States love it so much, because it was against the French. Do Mexico has a parade for Cinco de Mayo? No. Do Mexico has a special accommodation for Cinco de Mayo? No. Isn't Cinco de Mayo Mexican independence? No. Do Mexicans have a parade to celebrate Cinco de Mayo? No. Puebla, the city of Puebla, might have something, I don't know for sure, but it's not a national holiday. With that said, you cannot love our people or traditions or colorful things and everything, but not like us. And the struggles that we're going through right now are very big for us to be just like, happy Cinco de Drinka. So we might not even have a coffee break that day. Just so you know. That's how strongly I feel about it. All right. Celebration of Love by Eva Shakmar Sullivan. May the divine let us see what we need to see, and that information be used for the greater good. And off we go with our first card of the day. Hello, Erica. First card of the day, Protection. Archangel Michael, protector of all. We need lots of protection. And I don't particularly work with angels, but this guy comes quite often in my life, Mr. Michael, the Archangel. because my clients and then lately I learned that there is a connection between Tezcatlipoca and Archangel Michael. So welcome, Archangel Michael. Protection for all. The photograph is cute. That's not a photograph. That's an illustration. Hello, Sad Mystic. Sad Mystic Squid. Hello from New York City, and hello, Erica, in Chicago, if I remember correctly. So Archangel Michael says protection. You are being inspired to call your power back. You have given it away and squandered it to unworthy agendas and situations. Ask for guidance to step into your power and use it wisely, responsibly, and with divine integrity. That is who you are. My goodness, isn't this a beautiful message? Listen, listen. You are being inspired to call your power back. You have given it away and squander it to unworthy agendas and situations. Ask for guidance to step into your power and use it wisely, responsibly, and with divine integrity. That is who you are. That is a beautiful message from the celebration of love. And speaking of celebration, we will be doing our scavenger hunt today. And I will, at a certain moment, ask you for the, not yet, I will ask you for the clue that was hidden on the newsletter. And the first person that writes the clue will acquire a 30% discount on a Blue Witch service. So let's do what the Unbridled Tarot has for us. I don't need my glasses yet. Unbridled Tarot. You know what I like about the Unbridled Tarot more than anything? That it's so soft to shuffle. So what are everybody's plans for the weekend? And if you have any Cinco de Mayo plans, then tell me. But what are your plans for the weekend? Are you doing something? How's the weather? I don't even know what the weather is going to be like in Chicago. I know I'm working. And I invite you all to Run, Don't Walk, to buy your tickets for our Sorcery Hour. That is an event, a 2-day event that will start tomorrow, Saturday, and it runs Saturday and Sunday. 12 presenters that are teaching a plethora of classes. The majority of the people teaching, if not all the people teaching, are either Latina, LGBTQ, or part of a minority, as they call us in here, this United States. So it's people of color, it's indigenous people, and it's people from the LGBTQ community teaching magic and resistance. And I will be teaching tomorrow about Chantico and Huitzilopochtli, the warrior essences, 2 of the warrior essences for the Mexica people, essences of fire and protection, by the way, since Archangel Michael was talking about protection, but also from activation, you know, activism and stuff, how that relates to deities or entities that were revered back in the old times for the Mexica people. Hello, La Dancy Nancy. Welcome, my love. And so that is tomorrow and Saturday. I know some of the presenters are going to be Daphne La Hechicera, Mawilla Bomani, Ron Padron, and then of course Elohim Leafar, and some other folks that are going to be teaching very, very good stuff. And if you cannot make it live, you get access to the recordings, and the tickets are only $38. So you pay $38, you get 12 classes from all these wonderful colleagues of mine teaching you about magic and resistance. And then you get to access the classes whenever you want. And then we're going to do a Q&A on Sunday. And I had invited myself to the Q&A because I want to see you all at the Q&A. So Run, Don't Walk to get your tickets for our Sorcery Hour. It should be on my link tree. If it's not on my link tree, go to my website, bluewitch.org, and right there on the calendar, you'll see it for tomorrow. So, or Sorcery Hour tomorrow. See you there. All right, let's see what the Unbridled Tarot has for us today. We have, who is this? It's a horse. They're all horses. Eloma Sasmundo and AJ and the Silver Witch. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have the Knight of Swords reverse again. And I'm saying again because we have the Knight of Swords reverse on Monday. And it was a different deck of cards, but the Knight of Swords has come reversed twice this week. And you know what, guys? It's, pardon me, this is the King of Swords. I'm lying. The King of Swords. But you know, very similar energy with the Knight and the King of Swords. Both of them are swords. And both of them reversed. Piali! Piali Kamale! So is the King of Swords, but reverse. And the message will be, the spirit of the King of Swords is reverse. A corrupt person with some level of authority or influence might be involved. You think? Decisions that are unjust, indirect, manipulative, or cruel are being made. This person might be intentionally acting like a tyrant or a con artist. Or it might be a matter of them being incompetent and indecisive. Tread carefully, protect yourself from unfairness, but don't draw their wrath. First of all, this sounds like it's describing someone that we all know. Second of all, bring it to the micro. Forget about the macro. Because you might have a similar character close into your life. Or are you acting that up? And if you are acting that up, protect yourself by reversing that energy, right? Now remember, Nancy said it on the chat. I'm not going to say it on the video, but Nancy said it on the chat. Remember that in tarot, when we see people of the court, it's not necessarily a person that is coming into our life always. It could be a person that is around us just peripherically, or it could be us. Are we the ones embodying that kind of energy, right? So either way, it's not a pleasant energy. And now that we have it in the tarot, we have a warning so we can act accordingly. And I think this is the second card today that is talking about protection. So protect your environment, protect yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and magically. You got the magic, my loves. So, King of Swords reverse. Sounds like I'm describing a particular person. When the spirit of the King of Swords is reversed, a corrupt person with some level of authority or influence might be involved. Decisions that are unjust, indirect, manipulative, or cruel are being made. No kidding. This person might be intentionally acting like a tyrant or a con artist. Or it might be a matter of being incompetent and indecisive. Tread carefully. Protect yourself from unfairness, but don't draw their wrath. And I like to say, welcome to Wildflower Heaven. I want to ask, how do you say friend in Nahuatl? But I know if I ask the question, I have to say it in Nahuatl. There's something Ika Nahuatl. Quito, something like that. How do you say friend in Nahuatl? I'm asking my teacher. Mountain movers, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I already told you about the sorcery hour, and of course I have to tell you about the Decolonizing the Goddess class that is coming on May 11th. You're so close, she said. Okay, I have to go get my book because I am not gonna not ask you. Kenihki Moilia, friend, Ikanawa. No te kishpo. Okay. Piali no te kishpo. Kiali no te kishpo or ni te kishpo? No te kishpo, my friend. So piali no te kishpo. Tlaskamapi. Hello, Rainbow Wolf. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. Awia Nime. The class, the Siwatateo, the Colonizing the Goddess class for May 11th. Awia Nime. The pleasure and joy. So what essence are we going to be talking about on the Siwatateo, the Colonizing the Goddess class? Is all about joy and pleasure and being alive and sexual pulsation and enjoying everything that is part of our life. And you really want to be part of that class. You really, really do. Especially in times such as the ones that we're living right now. I have to write that word before I forget it. Not the kishpo. We want to get into pleasure, my friends, because the part of the mental distress of being so under such pressure like we are in this day and age is they suck the joy out of us. And a way of bringing resistance to the equation is to continue being joyful and pleasurable and open to receive pleasure, whether it is the touch of your lover or a slice of cake or the sunshine on your skin. Things that give us joy and pleasure are oftentimes free and not controlled by them peoples. So that is the essence that we're going to be talking about, and I cannot say it correctly, so I had to read that. Awianime, the enchanting pleasure women of the Nahua tradition, or the Mexica peoples, I should say. Piali no te kishpo, I have to practice that. Piali no te kishpo. So can I say Nimetztlapaloa no te kishpo? Is that correct? Okay, 2 tarot cards for today. And if you're not learning Nahuatl, I don't know what to tell you. Hello, Leilani, beautiful. So we're going to do the scavenger hunt today. Don't think we're not going to do the scavenger hunt today. We're going to do the scavenger hunt. And we have the 6 of Wands reverse. And we have Judgment reverse. Is King Tur plotting for something terrible over the weekend? I think he is. Nimestlapaloa no te kishpoyowan. Oh, that's the plural. Thank you. Nimestlapaloa no te kishpoyowan. No te kishpo. Yowan. I'm writing stuff here. Oh. Nimislapalos. No te kishpo. Nimislapaloa. No te kishpo. Yowan. Hello, Patricia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we have 2 cards. They're both reverse. Fear not. This doesn't mean anything terrible. It's just we have to pay attention. So the first one is the card of Judgment. And that happens to be reverse. The second one is the 6 of Wands. and it's also reverse. So judgment reverse is obviously talking about some boundaries that are not being respected, some intrusion, some lack of judgment, some abuse being in the house. That's why I'm asking if maybe King Tut has something special for the weekend, because we have so far 4 cards and all 4 are saying warning, warning, warning. But more than anything, they're saying protect yourself. So if it's not on the macro, it's on the micro, right? What is happening right around you on your first circle of connection? Understand what I'm saying? Yes, the world is topsy-turvy. We know that. In your immediate circle of connection, the first 5 people that are around you, maybe on the second circle of connection, the other 10 people around you, right? 5, 10. What is going on? Why are you, particularly you, particularly you, why are you receiving these messages of protection, of checking your boundaries, of making sure that you are safe, right? Forget about the world for a minute and concentrate on yourself. This is telling me a lot about the weekend, right? That we have to protect ourselves, that we have to be smart, that we have to use our better judgment. With that said, the 6 of Swords is usually a card that is indicating it's time to remove ourselves from the situation. It's becoming so toxic that it's better to take the risk of going. The card is reversed, however, and that is telling us, as bad as it may be, stay put, stand your ground. Richard says, I have the feeling this is my message, but my internet connection is so bad right now. You can always come back and watch the whole video. You all know that. So just protect yourselves, my friends. Protect yourselves when it comes of that immediate circle, right? Make sure that there is a protection there. And that you're being cautious, that you're being smart, and that you're protecting not only yourself energetically, but also emotionally and mentally. I need to write this down before the messages go out. Limislapa los notikishpo. And I'm probably gonna forget, but I'm trying to remember. All right. Wow. Masas Mundo says, I was just talking about me needing to stand on business last night. Bashful biscuits. Bashful biscuits. The kitty cat making biscuits. I invite you all not to be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. Be alert. It's 2 different things, right? Don't panic, but pay attention. Don't be alarmed, but be alert. I have said this a million times. What I think that makes a witch is her consciousness. And the witch's consciousness is linked to her awareness. Witches are aware of everything around in both physical and energetic level. So protect your energy, protect who you are around, why you are around, what do you share with those around, and not to let a whole lot of people in. Okay, this is a scavenger hunt time. Write that clue. Write that clue. Write that clue. Write that clue. The first person that writes the clue from the scavenger hunt is gonna have a 30% off on any of my services. This is the time. Do it right now. Come on. Let's see it. Let's see it. Leilani says, I'm going to a fairy festival this weekend. Just protect your energy. Protect your energy. Protect yourself physically. Remember, if you work with angels, this is the time to call Archangel Michael. If you work with other energies of protection, this is the time to call them in. And more than anything, this is the time that you write that clue from the scavenger hunt. So we get our winner for 30% discount on any of the Blue Witch services. I hope at least one person gets it. Creativity! La Dancy Nancy just won. And yes, it's creativity, but you know, it's close enough creative. Or was it creative? I think it was creative. We have a winner. Woo! We have a winner. My husband is clapping from outside of the room. La Dancy Nancy just won 30% off on any of my services, my love. So whether you book, we're going to have to give you a code, so give us a minute. We're going to create a code for you, and you can get a 30% discount either on a tarot reading, Reiki, a cleansing, or a dream interpretation, or a consultation. You know, 30% off. And stay tuned. And for those who are wondering, what the heck is this? What is she talking about? Run and walk. Go sign up for the newsletter. From now until I think Andrea says 1 year, we're going to be doing the scavenger hunt. Somewhere in the newsletter, don't say where, Nancy. Somewhere in the newsletter, it's a clue. And the last coffee break of the month, I will be asking for the clue. And then you will get 30% off discount from a service. I don't know. We might switch it around. There might be something else next month. But it is all because we're celebrating that we hit 3,000 followers on Insta. So congratulations to La Nancy Dancy. La Dancy Nancy. She won. She won. And this is our last card for today, folks. So let's see what comes out. If it is another card of protection, I mean, we don't need another card of protection. They all have been saying to protect ourselves. So excited, she says. I'm happy. We have La Luna. We have the moon as our last card for today. And Nancy, my husband, was hooting and hollering and clapping outside on the living room. Where is the moon? Hierarchy. Okay. There she is. La Luna. So, everything has its cycles. Everything waxes and wanes. So respect the fact that you cannot be at full power all the time. Be grateful for what you have today. Rather than feeling disappointed about what you do not have, set new intentions for what you would like to have. Magic is real and you can use it. My mother's mother watches over me, her silver light, her sweet power. Over every stone, every tree, I stand beneath her smiling, like a millennia of others have. We are joined in birth lines from sisters to brothers own. So this is all about our magic and protection, right? As well. Using our magical powers to protect ourselves. Whether you wear a crystal or do a prayer or call a specific entity or energy or teteo or anything, I think it's imperative that this weekend we are just alert, not alarm, alert. Remember, that's the word, alert. Be cautious, right? All right. Everything has its cycles. Energy waxes and wanes. So respect the fact that you cannot be at full power all the time. Be grateful for what you have today rather than feeling disappointed about what you do not have. Set new intentions for what you would like to have. Magic is real and you can use it. Here comes the little spell rhyme. My mother's mother watches over me, her silver light, her sweet power, over every stone, every tree. I stand beneath her smiling, like a millennia of others have. We are joined in birth lines, from sisters to brothers own. Marisa, I call you with my mind. I swear to God, I was just thinking of you. I was thinking, like, where's Marisa? Um, and you know what just occurred to me, guys? Because the pray on that last card says my mother's mother. And I know my mother's mother didn't like us. And that came to my mind, right? Immediately I'm reading it on the back of my head. I'm thinking, but my mother's mother didn't like me. And I know my mother's mother would not have prayers for me. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Because there are other mothers of the mothers of the mothers of the mothers of your mother or your father that are connected to you. So if it is not your mother that you know on this incarnation, and if it's not your grandmother that you know on this incarnation, there are other mothers on that line that carry you. There are other mothers on that line. And we have obviously the universal mother goddess, and we have Mother Nature, and we have um, our spiritual mother in the sky. Like, we do have other mothers that care for us, but I have always feel that that prayer that calls on my mother's mother does not apply to me. And as I'm thinking about that, the answer just popped into my brain. That is, it doesn't have to be the mothers that I met on this incarnation. It's the other mothers that fought and resisted and persisted and continue life. And so we are here. Marvelously, Marisa said, I just woke up. And it was like, I'm wondering if you're still on live. We went a little over because we were doing the scavenger hunt. And just to give you a recap to whomever is just watching now, we have a lot of cards that are talking about protection over the weekend. So the message was, yes, we're going to protect ourselves. We're going to protect our energy. We're going to protect ourselves, right? Raise your hand. We're going to promise this. We're going to protect ourselves. We're going to protect each other. We're going to protect our energy, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. We're going to protect ourselves. And we're going to use magic to protect ourselves, whether it's a crystal, whether it's a prayer, whether it's the prayer that I just read with the Mother Moon energy. Um, we're going to be alert, but not alarmed. And we're going to pay attention to whatever is happening over the weekend, because five out of five cards today talk about protection. So we're just going to be proactive, and we're going to protect our energy and our mind and our souls and our spirit. Thank you, Leilani. She raised her hand here on Facebook. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for participating on the scavenger hunt. That was fun. And until we meet again, never forget that you are loved. I love you all, Blue Witch community. You give me life. We are all divinely protected. We are all divinely protected. We are all divinely protected. And so it is. Bye-bye.